Bear Station asks, do you have any hobby or pastime that you have ever dreamed of taking up, would love to do, but either your fears get in the way or you don't have the funds or support to do? Um, yeah, actually, I've always wanted to take up acting seriously. Um, and when I was a little kid, I was involved in a few different theater productions. I played Mr. Toad in The Wind in the Willows, and also was a little kid. I can't remember the character's name in The Devil's Mill, and these weren't like through school productions or anything like that. Because if I were to count those, it was like Tommy, the janitor, and Bugsy Malone. The little kid version of Bugsy Malone, where instead of guns they had like whipped cream pies. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Reply to me if you do. Bugsy Malone with Tallulah singing. Yeah, the kid dancing with the broom. That was me. I was the kid dancing with the broom. And I kind of started to get serious about it recently again, because I was never in theater productions or anything in high school, because those kids, the theater kids, the band nerds, they were very elitist in my high school, which is weird, right? Like elitist nerds, they really existed. It was like I wasn't nerdy enough to kick it with the nerds, but I wasn't cool enough to kick it with the cool people, so I fell somewhere in the middle, aka the fucking potheads. Which I kind of regret now, but at the same time, mixing with those types of people and dealing with those types of shady situations that I did helped shape who I am and taught me at a very early age before, most people would have learned, like in college or something. Like, by the time I was a sophomore in high school, I'd already learned what not to do, and who not to hang out with, and what type of parties to not go to, that kind of thing. But, so yeah, I never took acting seriously in high school, and only just got serious about it again, and I'm currently participating in a shadow cast of Rocky Horror Picture Show, where I'm playing Eddie, and my husband is playing Dr. Scott, and this will be taking place March 18th and 19th at the Alley Theater. If you're my friend on Facebook at all, just hit me up for the details. I'll get them to you, because I know Ursius and Patty and Bearcock and Undies and a couple of other people have asked me about that, and I'd love it if you guys could make it out. I'm not too hyped about that show, if I'm going to be honest, mainly because it's shadow casting, which is kind of a cock tease for really acting, to me, or real acting, whatever that means. And I'd like to get back into some serious theater productions, and maybe I need to get back into some acting classes just so that I can, sharpen my blades and get my chops back. I haven't done it properly in years. And the second half of this question is, if you have any interesting hobbies, I'd love to know about those too. The only interesting hobby I have right now, as per usual, is music, which I'm scoring a film, working on a musical project with a friend of mine who I was in a band with for 7 years. The project is called Phantom Limbs Akimbo, and we have a Tumblr page, although there's not very much on it right now, and it's just Phantom Limbs Akimbo, one word, .tumblr.com. Let's see what else. I'm trying to... And, I'm kind of trying to make short films and stuff for that as well, and learning about editing and filming and playing with different plot devices as opposed to dialogue and sequential siegs and vignettes and things. I'm trying to tell a bigger story through small installations of ideas so that the viewer might be able to build their own story or get their own meaning of it, especially when eventually we branch out into full-length videos for the actual songs, and then you have a visual point of reference for this musical universe that we're trying to create, more so than just, pictures of us. Basically, so that we have like a third character, because there's two of us making this music. I want the visual aspect, the video aspect, to be like the third silent character in this universe, so that when people think of the music, they actually think of the videos and that kind of visual representation, rather than thinking of me or him or how cool we do or don't look on stage, things like that. And we hope to continue that idea on stage, as far as like reiterating some of the visual cues from the videos and what we do on stage and stuff like that. So, yeah, those are my projects. Keep the questions coming. I'm loving this. Good night.